Small Town Scuttlebutt.
Well, it's funny.
Oh man, you're gonna throw stuff at me.
No. I have some ideas, but I just want some clarification. When we were exchanging text messages, doing show prep about what we want to talk about, what we want to cover.
Are we recording already?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All you said was don't want to talk about politics.
Yeah.
So does that include things going on in Minnesota?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All the way down to local politics. I don't want to talk about the last town meeting.
Okay, got that one. How about things like Greenland? Can we talk about Greenland?
No.
Okay. Can't talk about that. Iran.
No.
What is your position on late-term abortion?
No.
None of these questions were really. I don't care about any of those things. Was that funny? Was that a fun? I just wanted to put you in that.
I should have expected it. I should have expected it because your text back to me was about you just named off all like the 5 major headlines that are going on right now.
Yeah.
I just think that if we're doing, how long is this? How long?
This podcast?
Yeah.
3 hours.
So if you're
Just
doing
kidding.
this for 3 hours.
45 minutes maybe.
There's a lot going on right now. This is a tough time. Let's give people 43 and a half minutes of something different.
Well,
that's not to say that I do. There's a lot I feel about all of that, which is why I don't want to talk about that. And just we got to find the good in the peace wherever we can get it. You know what I mean? That's
Preach.
why I watch Bravo.
Preach, sister. Oh, Bravo. I haven't given that. Is there good programming on Bravo?
Are you kidding me?
I've never. What's your favorite show on Bravo?
I don't know. There's like 17 of them. All the Real Housewives franchises.
Yeah.
The Valley is new. Below Deck. I love them all.
Okay.
And then I listen to all the podcasts that recap. So I'll watch it and then I'll listen to a recap.
Oh,
it's my escapism.
Okay. That's good. So that's great because we all need to find our escape.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I think we never talk about politics on the show. Never. It's one of our rules. I mean, if we might bring up like for a joke like what we just did, but that's it. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not.
I think that's good.
We're not spitballing ideas and philosophies. And did you hear this? And according to the news outlet that I choose to source.
So what do you gravitate towards in your podcast? What do you talk a lot about?
We just talk about, we try to anything that appeals to Gen X, dip into Boomer.
Mm-hmm.
The rat race of life, home ownership, marriage, kids, that kind of stuff.
When you started this years ago, and I love the name of this, Small Town Scuttlebutt, I thought this was going to be about the corruption of youth soccer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Swingers. Why can't we keep a restaurant here in Medfield for more than 5 years? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like important, hard-hitting
all of those
things.
topics you brought up would fit into our parameters, right? Because restaurants, we like to go out to restaurants. Youth sports, right now it's not much going on. It's just basketball right now.
No, I'm not talking about when I talk about youth sports and the corruption, I'm not talking about their scores and stuff like that. I'm talking about the select teams and the committees that get together and how your kid gets on that team and the things you need to do.
I would chalk that stuff up with almost like, I mean, I guess you could make fun of it, but
I'm not making fun of it. I'm shedding light to these things.
Yes.
Like I'm not going to talk about politics, but I am about justice, especially for children who are trying to just play a soccer game. Their parents just take it too far.
Yeah.
Me being one of those parents, I wasn't on a committee, I wasn't corrupt or whatever, but I have sucked the joy out of, club soccer.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. Because I was never good at it. And then when you have a kid that is good at it, you're like, you know what I mean? Like, when you go and you're like kind of, dressed as though you could just jump into the game. Do you know what I mean?
And do you walk around the sideline like I'm the mother of the best kid on the team, which makes me the best mom on the sideline?
she was very good, but it wasn't. Yeah, but you get in that kind of. I get it. You get off on that kind of high thing.
Yeah.
You know?
That's funny. No, I
like, that's funny. Anyway,
and you know,
back to my agenda.
I didn't associate you. I didn't know you were into sports.
Oh well, it was short lived.
Yeah.
We did club for one season.
Yeah, club is intense.
Very intense.
My daughter does a dance.
Oh
and
yeah,
that is
I couldn't.
5
That
days a week.
commitment.
Yeah, 5 days a week. Anywhere from an hour to 4 hours. She loves it. Her life, her social life, everything revolves around
See,
it.
that's great.
And then
Right.
there's competition season. We're in competition season now. You know, it's like back to school. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. There's not like a season. Like, oh, it's a fall sport, a winter sport, a spring
No,
sport.
this is a
No,
lifestyle.
Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's when school starts and when school ends. You get the summer off.
Yeah.
And so when school starts up, September, October, November, December, you're warming up, you're learning your numbers and stuff. And then January, February, March, April, you're like in competition season, which is
Not to mention,
long
I mean,
drive,
it's a
sitting
big
around.
lift with these costumes too. They are expensive, and the hairstyles. So are you driving your daughter to these things, doing a prep talk like, you're number one. Don't look out for anybody else. Just go focus in. Do you do that kind of stuff?
No, my wife does that. We divide and conquer. I took my son to snowboard lessons.
Okay.
And
That's probably a better idea anyway.
also, the other thing is the reason I can't really go as a dad. There's a lot of like that dressing room, help with my hair, do my stuff.
Oh, I didn't
and
think about that.
Yeah, they don't
That's
really want
tough.
dads in the dressing room.
Yeah.
I can understand
I mean, I
that.
can understand that, right?
And I don't think dads want to be in that dressing room, you know?
Yeah,
like,
it's probably like, oh, I'd help, but I can't.
yeah, come, yeah. Oh, I'd totally love to help out, but I feel bad for my wife because she had like a dance. Rosie had a dance number at like 8:30 in the morning, and that was her only thing.
Mhm.
And then she had to stay around for the award ceremony at noon.
Ugh.
So that's 3.5 hours of just.
Do you know if you even won? Is it like a reveal? Is that it?
Yeah, they tell you there, like at the thing. So you sit around waiting, like, how did we do? But it takes that long.
Oh.
And my wife has just gotten kind of immune to it. Just, you know.
Yeah.
But anyway. We just had a big snowstorm. How
Yeah.
did that go for the Farris family?
It went fine. We were prepared because, you know, it's just the two of us now. We have a generator, and I went out on Friday morning and I had everything done. I had the extra gas, the groceries, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had a show on Saturday, and Jeff's like, you know, it'd be kind of fun if we just went to Market Basket before the show just to see what was going on. And I'm like, you better prepare because it's going to be
Mayhem.
and it wasn't.
No?
No, not at 7:00 on a Saturday.
Everyone was already
in
done.
Waltham. Everyone was done. It was actually nice.
Yeah. So that's funny. New England does. I mean, I'm just going off of casual conversation and social media observations,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like milk, bread, eggs. It seems to be the staple New England thing to get. And it's just like, what are we doing? Making French toast all weekend?
Right. And did you even touch it?
Yeah.
I saw a post of somebody being like, who's eating all these milk sandwiches? Which I loved.
Yeah.
It's an alarmist thing. I think it's just like an innate primal thing that we have, that we feel like we need to have it in because what if we need it?
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like the hunters in us.
Survivalists.
Yeah. But it was fun. I found we did we have a snowblower. So we probably were out 5 times.
Would you say you and Jeff were both outside?
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Is he using?
First of all, that's kind of sexist. Maybe I'm doing the snow blowing.
Yeah, well, I was just going to ask, was he, I'm assuming he did. Did he?
Yeah, so he did.
My sexism would
done
lead
it.
me to believe that he was doing the snow blowing and you were doing the shoveling the sidewalks
So
and cleaning the cars. No, those are in the garage.
they're in the garage.
Yeah.
But I'm in charge of the stairs, and then I do the path to the oil.
Yeah.
And
I have to do that still.
And then what we also do is, so he doesn't have to get meticulous about the snow blowing. Like, we're a well-oiled machine.
Mm-hmm.
I go in behind him and just do, like clean up the little parts.
The
So it's
crumbs
like,
that fall off. And
Yep.
so does your driveway have like the nice snow walls that look like they were carved? Ooh, yeah, that looks good.
Mm-hmm.
And then after a day or two of sun, it's going to melt.
Yeah.
You're going to have a real nice driveway.
Yeah.
Our driveway's okay.
Yeah.
You got it plowed, and we throw the salt or the whatever that stuff is.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this
Snow
is
melt.
like down to the pavement. But it was fine. Yeah.
And then so you did your show Saturday, then you come home, and then
Yeah.
you just ride it out,
Yeah.
watching Bravo.
Yeah. And the game. Jeff watched the game, and
Can we talk about the game for a second?
sure,
Did you watch it?
a little bit.
Now, why would you watch just a little bit of
Because
this game?
Well, if I'm going to watch a game, I'm going to watch the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm just coming in and out, and it was a tight game.
Yeah.
Right. So I didn't want to jinx it. So I was like, I'm just going to leave now.
Okay.
Because I don't want that on my shoulders.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
We're counting on
so
you.
I would literally yell.
Stay
from
in the kitchen.
How's it going?
Go shovel something.
How's it going there?
You're texting him from the bedroom.
Definitely. Yeah.
Are we still ahead?
Mhm.
Yeah, we're talking about the Broncos and the Patriots. Are you a Patriots fan? Do you?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you're not. Hey, they're a thing. You
I think
can't escape
I think
it.
I have to be, especially when we live so close to it. But yeah, I mean, I've always followed them. I do like football. I'm a bit like, for me, one of my comforts, guilty pleasures is like if I'm having a really bad day or something, or I'm going through a tough thing, I will watch a documentary about a community college football team. To me, that is like, if you know I'm watching that, you're like, what's going on?
Right,
That is
right.
my thing.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
So I do know a thing or two about football.
Yeah.
So
No, I feel like I was missing it for a couple years, but the Super Bowl for about 20 years has been, for more or less, it's been a New England holiday.
right.
It's like we're either in it or we should have been in it,
right.
or we're going to be in it next year. So let's just kind of feel the vibe now. I mean, it never felt like we were too far removed from it, if at all.
I know, we're kind of entitled.
We are
to it.
totally
It's
entitled
like,
and
where's
spoiled.
our parade?
Finally, the second graders have a championship team that they can look up to.
right.
What's it been like?
Right. Right. Yeah, but it was kind of fun the whole weekend. I think, like, preparing for it, hunkering down, the alarmist of the meteorologist, and then having the game. I just thought it was very well timed.
It was perfect. It was perfectly
Yes,
timed.
yes.
And as the game was being played in Denver with the sun shining, and then we're looking out our window with a foot of snow with another foot on the way
Yeah.
down. I'm like, oh, it should have been here. The God said, I hear you. We will divert some of this over to Denver. And they got a snow skull, like a whiteout. Like Leslie and I were looking at it like when the defense was out there and you just see orange uniforms, I'm like, oh, that's not, or like when we were out there and our offense is all white, it's like, oh, what a disadvantage. We can't even see our receivers or anybody. But then it flips, it's like, I can't see any defender, I mean, we just kind of blended in. It was kind of neat to watch. But yeah, I'm excited for them. I also love that you said that we live so close. Isn't it cool that we live under the flight pattern?
Yes.
Of like the
Yes.
flyovers?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because like, if you don't know, like if two F-35s are going to fly over at the end of the national anthem on like a Veterans Day game or the season opener or whatever, these guys don't just come from the
Right.
base and time it perfectly. They come out to the area and then they buzz around for about
We get
30
our own private
minutes.
show.
Yes.
Yeah, our
like
own private
30
show.
minutes, about 2,000 feet up in the air, 3,000
Yeah.
feet in the air. And it's amazing. You just hear, like, you can tell whether they're going toward you or away from you by the the sound of the engines, and it's
yeah.
awesome. It is so awesome, and I'm like that freak that like when I hear it in the house, it's buzzing. I'm like, because you don't know if we're gonna have a flyover or not. But
Right.
but
I know. I'm the same way. It's like, oh, the game started. Oh, the game started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
You know it's kick. You
Yeah,
know
yeah.
they're ending it when you hear when they do finally do the flyover.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
cruising,
Right.
and they're like, and just that precision. I'm like, that's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
And
it is so close to us too.
Mhm.
You know what I like too about living where we do? Jeff has started to do this where the game will start and he'll go on to see like, okay, how much would a ticket be right now if I get one?
Mhm.
And I'm just ready to go, and we'll take back roads, and I would drop him off. Like a
Really?
McDonald's there.
Yeah.
And then he'd just go in, and
Yeah.
then I'll just go pick him up.
Yeah, that's cool. I did
Yeah.
that. I took my son to a game this year.
We
Love it.
haven't done it yet because like now the tickets are like crazy, but
Mhm.
you know, I picked him up like that before.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
To anyone that thinks that it's a waste of taxpayer dollars for these flyovers, I just want to point out that pilots need to get their hours. So
Okay.
you're doubling down. You're getting your hours, and you're entertaining the public. So
Is this a PSA?
yeah, it is, because I always hear, "Oh, what a waste of government funds," or how much did that cost the taxpayer? I'm like, dude, they were gonna do it anyway. They're buzzing around in the desert or in the mountains somewhere doing these drills. Might as well fly over a stadium on their way there.
I don't know. I feel like now when it's not just about a game anymore. It's an experience.
Mm-hmm.
There's the halftime show. There's the dancers. There's a jumbotron. There's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's not just the game anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's like a big giant.
It's a show.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It is. It's a great show. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Oh, you know what I did for the blizzard?
Oh, I should have asked.
Yeah, you should have.
What did you do for the blizzard?
Oh, thanks for asking. I'll tell you what I did. I went outside and I cut down a tree and I tied up some big branches together and made an A-frame with a crossbar, and then I put a tarp over it, and I dug out a big area and I piled up all those sticks and I started a fire, and then I put logs on the fire, and then I got 2 sleeping pads and a 0-degree sleeping bag, and I hunkered down for the night, and I had that fire going until about 2:30 in the morning.
Are you kidding?
No, I did.
So
I'll put it on my socials.
I'll have to go see that.
Yeah.
Now, why didn't it go up in flames?
What, the tarp?
Because didn't you make the A-frame out of wood?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm like 6-7 feet away from the fire. So the fire. So
Oh,
like,
okay,
so
okay.
we're like 2 feet of snow, and I dig down to the ground, and I pile that snow up. So I got like a 3-foot bowl
They
windscreen,
keep knocking us.
and it kind of
Yeah.
holds the heat in, and the lean-to, the tarp, was open facing the fire.
Got it. That's cool. And it was just you
Yeah.
out there in the elements?
Yeah, my son said.
Was
he-
Leslie like, okay.
Yeah, my wife was like, okay, like that's normal to
Yeah.
okay, that's my husband. That's what he does.
Yeah.
My daughter did not want me to do it. She was concerned. She was nervous, and my son was like, maybe I'll sleep out there with you. And then he looked at it. He's like, no, because
Wow.
it didn't look very. It wasn't the most comfortable,
Right.
rest. You're sleeping on the ground,
Yeah.
but something about
You weren't worried about like deer or any of the wildlife that just own this place?
the deer. There's never been. Have you ever heard of a deer attack? Family of 4 mauled by.
No, but I could see you
Rogue
instigating.
deer.
I could see you instigating a gentle animal like that, Rick.
Poking
You start
it.
talking politics to it.
I did. Well, we do have the Fisher cats, technically
Yeah.
Fishers, but
No.
I mean they're like in that Wolverine
They're
family.
scary looking though.
Yeah, they're mean.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard
And
one?
unstable,
Yeah,
right? Because
Yeah.
you just don't know,
yeah. Well, have you? I did my research on these things.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what they sound like? Have you ever heard one? Like,
Yeah, I do because I called 911 once thinking that a young lady was being attacked.
Yes.
And like, no, ma'am, that's not.
Yeah. It sounds like a woman is being stabbed to death in your
Yep.
backyard or in the
Yep.
woods, and it's
It
scary.
does,
Or
right.
maybe a kid screaming.
Right.
I'll tell
Were
you
you
what.
impressed that I knew that? Because
Yeah,
didn't
I
make
am
that
impressed.
call?
Well, I'm not. I kind of figured you would know that because you live here.
Okay.
You're in Fisher country.
I am.
You know.
Yeah, we are.
You know what's up.
Yeah.
But for people that don't know, I don't know if you know this part, but that screaming that they do is a hunting tactic. They petrify their prey.
Oh.
So they're like, they'll stock up on something or they'll sit and wait. And when they ambush, they do that, "Rah!" you know,
Right.
and scare the living shit out of whatever they're about to eat.
Mm.
They're the only natural predator of the porcupine. They'll just flip that thing over and disembowel it with one scoop of its claw.
Wow.
Yeah, you can Google this stuff. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's a visual I
They
don't
can
want
travel
anymore.
14 miles a day. They're solitary animals. Usually find them alone.
Well, no wonder they're screaming.
Yeah, it's like, ah.
They're tired. you
Yeah,
know?
they're lonely.
Right, right.
Is anyone else out there?
That's how I sound like when I come home and the dishes aren't done. I'm like, come on.
I did a little research on you.
Oh,
Got some stuff.
wow. I feel like now maybe we should go to politics.
Yeah, no, you got arrested in 1987.
I wish.
No, here we go. Comic in residence at the Comedy Studio. I mean, you've been on the show before. You used to be a co-host, so we don't have to give like the whole big, like, everything
yeah.
about you. But here's some interesting things. When you came into comedy later in life, in your early 40s, would you say?
Yeah, like 40, 43, 44.
You think
Yeah.
there's an advantage to that?
Yeah.
Why?
As a woman, I think there's an advantage because we don't have the same kinds of challenges that young women coming into comedy have that I have personally seen. You know, I used to teach comedy as well, where if I was going to an open mic, you know, I was generally either ignored or, you know, okay, where, you know, younger women, they're going into an open mic and then, you know, somebody's like, hey, want to workshop together? Or I have some punchlines for your thing. But what they really want to do is they want to either take you on a date or something else. And then there's this power dynamic. And then you're like, well, this is awkward because I don't want to date this guy. Now I can't go back to this open mic. So one of the advantages, I think, as an older woman was that, and that I just got lucky. I had such a wonderful instructor and I had things to talk about. You know, I tried this. I took a class when I was like 24 and that was fun. And I always wanted to get back to it. But I never regretted waiting the 19 and a half years because now I had stuff to talk about.
For that span between taking a class and getting up there and doing it, was it something that was on your mind the whole time?
Oh yeah,
just playing with it in your head, that fantasy of like,
right.
this is what I do.
I always knew I wanted to do it. A lot of us say that. We always knew we wanted to do it. I just didn't know how to do it.
Yeah.
And that was the thing. And then once I took a class, read a couple of books, went to a couple open mics, then I was hooked, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How often do you go out a week? What do you say?
I probably go out 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week, but it's usually a show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I privately workshop with people during the week.
Gotcha. I've settled into a groove where I'll go 3 to 4 times a week.
Wow.
For about 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And then I'll only do just shows, 1 or 2 shows a week for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's good
And
pacing.
kind of because I want to hang out with my family and kind of have, I mean, I have that lifestyle.
You don't have an HR. You're not reporting to anybody. This is in the pace in which you want to do it, which I love. Like, I don't have any shows this weekend, and I'm giddy.
Yeah, you're happy for it.
Yeah.
Did you purposely block it off?
Yeah. Maybe not that exact dates, but when everything else was filling up, I'm like, yeah, you know, nothing was coming in here anyway, so it was fine.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun to see an open weekend, and you're like, all right, I can. I say to myself, like, I can be a normal person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
working at night is one thing. Working on a weekend is another. Working on a night weekend, that's like prime time socializing, hang out, rest and relax.
Yeah,
and
and
you're working.
you gotta be ready for it. Like the other weekend I had shows all weekend doing 40 minutes each show. You get tired too.
Mhm.
So, you want to be ready for it. And that's where I get to, try new things too. Because when you have that kind of time, you're able to be like, okay,
Yeah.
um, it's just an easier way to be able to do it. Plus, you have an audience right there, so you're like, okay, I can really test this out.
Mhm. Yeah, it's fun when like you have an audience. It's just 2 weeks ago. Janelle Draper was headlining at the Comedy Scene, which, by the way, have you seen this new place?
Yeah, it's nice.
Oh, it's my favorite place in the world now. That stage is incredible.
Yes, it's
Absolutely
a beautiful
incredible.
place. Yeah,
What is it? The Foxborough Community Theater or something like that?
yeah. It used to be Helix.
Helix, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Or the
but
New
w-
England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now we're not in the conference room renovated into
Right,
it's
right.
like it's doing comedy justice. It's
Yeah.
like this was built.
It's a great,
stand-up.
especially, and I think this is a really good forum for this because, like, in where we are located, like,
Mhm.
it is a great place to go see comedy. Ample parking, all of these restaurants, then you get a good show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Patriot Place.
Right.
And
Straight shot.
it's in Foxborough, so it's halfway between Providence and Boston.
Right.
You're in the burbs. You don't want to go into the city. You want ample parking. You want like 6 or 7 restaurants to choose from.
Yep. Right. Right.
Here you go.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
it's over by 9:30.
Right.
You still
right.
get home by 10 o'clock to pay the babysitter.
Right. Or the kids could go to the movies while you're going to a show.
Yep.
You're
Yep.
done.
Oh, I've worked with comics that have brought their kids and be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
hey, I
yeah.
got to leave a little bit early because like the kids' movie is getting out. And it's
Yeah,
like you
I love it.
work it
Yeah.
into the. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that theater was great. But that Saturday night show was so fun. It was just. You ever have a show where you just it just lingers in your head for a while?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, yeah, that was a
Yeah,
really
yeah.
fun one. Like, I wish they were all like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my 2 Saturdays ago. And then
Yeah.
last weekend I was at Roar
Yeah.
hosting 2 shows, and that was a lot of fun too. That was like a lot of right before the storm anticipation. I think people were trying to
Yeah.
get their last hurrah before
Yeah.
hunker down time.
Yeah. I was there for New Year's Eve. That was fun.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Finalists in the Boston Comedy Festival. What's up with the Boston Comedy Festival?
What do you mean?
When is it?
It typically I don't know when it was this year. Was it in May this year? I think
thought
it was.
I thought it was like December. You get the stuff in, and then it's like in May. But I didn't. see anything.
Sometimes it has been in November. Sometimes it was in May. I really just think it's about logistics and about bringing everything together. The McHughes do a phenomenal job. It's such a thankless thing.
Sure.
And that they do, but I don't know what it is this year. But if you go to Boston Comedy Fest, you'll have that information there. It's a fun competition.
Yeah.
It's well regarded around the country.
Oh yeah, no, it's a big one. It's like that's a tough one.
And it was like talking about like having a good experience. I was in the festival for 5 years. The first time I submitted, I got rejected, and then the second time I got in, and I didn't make it through to beyond the first preliminary.
Yeah.
And then the second time, I didn't make it either. But then the third and the fourth time, I did make it to the semifinals, and then I made it to the finals. And it was such a wonderful experience. People are like, oh, well, you didn't win. Do you want to go back? I'm like, I don't, because I got everything I wanted to get out of it. I've got immense opportunities. Even when I didn't make it, even the first year, I was getting booked by people because they saw me at the festival.
Yep.
So I got everything I wanted to get out of it, and it's such a wonderful thing. And I actually go back and I host, or I'll feature in one of the contests. This last year I judged. And I was working for the McHughes after that anyway.
I just love the perseverance and the no quit. Like some people get rejected. You have to have thick skin in this, right? You know, it's like some people can be like, oh, I thought I was like, if someone thinks they're really funny
Mm-hmm.
and then they get that rejection email,
Yeah.
that could be very deflating. And maybe someone would say, you know what, maybe I should just quit. And people do.
Yeah.
But you're like, all right, that's a note. I got to improve. And
Well, comedy is subjective anyway. Competition, comedy competitions, I think, are very difficult
Mhm.
to even quantify. But it is subjective, and we've seen this. So just knowing that, and just knowing that you're in good company, and I just think it's a really good exercise of like, okay, if I have to do 5 minutes, and then the next time I've got to do 10 minutes, what does that look like? It was just a really good exercise of getting your material together too.
Mhm.
So it's good.
As you go from round to round,
Yeah.
are you using, is it the same set? Are you, is it dependent on like you need new material? You can't keep falling back on the same, you know, do you keep doing a tight 5 or 10 minutes? Or do you say, look, I got all these jokes.
Yeah.
I'm going to curate, you know, my material, for each level.
Yeah, I did by the last time I had like my little war room, I had my grease board. I knew what my 5 was going to be. I knew when I made it into semifinals, this is what I was doing. And I knew what I was doing in the I already knew
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I already had the sets. And primarily I did have those killer jokes in every single one of those. And then I just added a little bit to it
Okay.
because you were getting more time
Yes.
to it.
So your tight 5 in the beginning is still there in the end
This
with
is my
more
this
stuff
is my
on it.
killer. Like just go in, like leave everything on the stage,
Yeah,
and then add to that, and then add to that.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's fun.
but I mean, people have different strategies, and you know, no one strategy is better than the other. I honestly think it's just like any given Sunday, right?
Yep.
You know, it's any given show.
Right. How about the dry bar special?
Yeah,
What kind
that
of
was so fun.
yeah?
That was crazy.
Anything come out from that? Like more recognition, more
Yeah, so the credit itself
mhm.
opens you up
Yes.
to things.
Nationally,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Right. Cruise agents, like other things. It's a really great credit line to have because it is a difficult thing to get. I was just so lucky to get that, and it was something that was like on the board. I don't have a lot of whole goals anymore, but like oh, this would be kind of. I would love to do that. That would be fun, and that would be such a reach for me. And they just happened to be looking for somebody, and I always had my link. And so, you know, somebody recommended me, I shot it off, and 2 days later they're like, can you come in 2.5 weeks? So I had to prepare it in like 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's clean. Dry bar is clean.
Right.
It was shot in Utah, you know, right there in the center of all this, Salt Lake City. No, it was in Provo, but like out of there. So it was family friendly, and it was filmed, and like, you know, and the contract is very specific about things you could and could not talk about. So I really had to go through my set, and I'm pretty clean as is, you know.
Sure.
But it was such an awesome experience.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, good for you. What's left for your? You don't really, you said you don't really have goals anymore.
Yeah,
You must have something you want to do next.
just really enjoying doing comedy again, just getting back to that. You know, for a couple of years, like I've been producing shows, I've been booking shows, I've been teaching, and now just doing comedy has been so like nice.
So you're in cruise
so
control. You're
indulgent.
just
No, not so much that. Like, I do think I'm pushing myself and more like not listening to, not catering to the back of the room. And what I mean by that is like, you know, when you're doing a show and then there are comics in the back of the room and you're like, I think this guy's already heard this joke, or they don't really like me or whatever. Like, none of that
I
is
thought
a
I was the
thing.
only one that does that.
No, everybody does that.
And you
Everybody
shouldn't do
does
it,
that.
right? You should
No,
not care
the
what
thing is
the third guy cared. Like,
no, it's
Yeah.
about the experience. Like, these
Yeah.
people came out, they bought a ticket, they put socks on, they got a babysitter, right? They came. This is for them, just
Yeah.
making a connection. And it's not even about like, oh, I hope everything hits. It's more of like, I hope we have this kind of connection. You know what I mean?
I like that we talked and that like things like that are the takeaways for me. You know, you don't have to, like you said, play to the back of the room.
Yeah.
You know, and sometimes I think that way, especially if you go to, you see the same people more often, or you're in the same room more often. It makes you feel like, for whatever reason, psychologically, everyone here has been here as much as I have. And it's like, no, this is their first time, or they haven't been to a comedy show in months. Anyway.
But everybody has the same thing. I think it's in any industry, but we have it a ton in this one where we always feel judged and, oh, I need to show people that I'm working on new stuff and all of that. My philosophy has always been that like a joke is never done, you know, and I'm patient with ones, and just getting out of my head about like, I don't really care what other people think of this, because it's more about the people that are here in the room and they bought the ticket, and this is about that. You know, even I know we're going to be talking about my corks. That's something that I think about all the time. It's like, oh, you're a hack now, you know.
That's funny.
You're a prop comic.
Well, we're going to get to that in the second half. Why don't I do some ads, and while I do that, move your microphone towards me a little bit, because we're on YouTube and we want people to be able to see you.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's good. That's
All right.
good. Yeah, you're good. You're doing great.
Thanks. So are you.
Thank you. APC Pest Control. Did you know that when winter rolls around, so do the mice? Yep, those little freeloaders are on the hunt for warmth, and your home is their dream Airbnb. But don't panic. APC Pest and Termite Control is here to fix your problems. Whether it's mice, spiders, or any other creepy crawlies looking to crash your winter, APC has you covered. Plus, they've got eco-friendly options for all you nature lovers like Kathe. So before you find another guest by the fireplace, head to apcpest.com and remember their slogan, knocking them dead since 1981.
They are lovely, by the way.
They are.
I've used them before. They are so nice.
We're on the annual contract.
Yeah.
Get 10% off.
They're so responsive too, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're great.
They're immediately. Since 1962, Royal Pizza has been Medfield's go-to spot for delicious, freshly made pizzas, subs, and salads. Their secret, dough made fresh several times a day, homemade sauces and dressings, and 100% real cheese. Customers rave about their Greek-style pizzas and the friendly, welcoming staff. One reviewer online mentioned the pizza's very tasty, great crust without drowning it in sauce. Royal Pizza offers a special deal. Buy 2 large or 4 small pizzas and get a free Greek salad. For a meal that's both satisfying and affordable, visit royalpizzamedfield.com. You know what I get? I get the grilled chicken salad.
Oh, you
Greek
do?
salad.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do like the Greek salad.
Be careful when you get the olive. Like, you ever forget, like, sometimes, you know, like, did you pit the olive or not? We have to check first.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I like that. And then my son likes the pepperoni, and then my daughter likes we all have our thing.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I don't even have to ask people in my family what they want. It's just, I know what we're getting. Mozzarella sticks for Rosie. Okay. Anyway, that's all I got to just catch up, rap about life in general, and then comedy, what you've been up to. And now let's just address the
corks.
the corks in the room.
Yeah.
If so, this is there's a visual component to this. So if you're listening to the podcast, invite you to go to the website or go to the YouTube channel rather.
Yeah.
And you can see what we're talking about. But Kathe she's so descriptive.
Right.
She'll be able she'll paint a picture for you if you're just listening. But yeah, check us out on YouTube.
Driving in your car. Well, we talked about, you know, what you're doing with your comedy, and a couple of years ago, I was an art major, and you know, I've always loved doodling and art, and I just found working with corks, wine corks, to be something. I just started putting paint on them, and then I found these, like, I don't know, they're just this small, non-judgmental canvas, right? And my daughter started doing it too, and she started making these really neat portraits. And I'm like, well, teach me how to do that. And that just kind of grew into these cork people that I would just do for myself, just something that I just really like to do. And then it just kind of grew from there.
Yeah.
Like I had other ideas. I did them for Mike Page, who we used to co-host with him, his wedding toppers.
Yeah, the cake toppers. You did a bride and groom.
Yes.
I mean, you know that's on a mantle in their home, or it has a place in their home. You just don't, right? You just don't throw this.
You don't
this
throw this
away.
stuff away. Yeah.
No. It's a
and
memento.
then I pitched this idea to MTV, Medfield TV,
Yeah.
about doing reenactments of the police log with my corks, but they didn't want to do that. And then I just started doing ones, with intention and purpose, like the wrongfully convicted. And then I started talking about it in my comedy.
Yeah.
Because somebody's like, why are you talking about this in your comedy? And what I started doing it a little bit, and then I decided last year my challenge was for every show I was going to give away a cork. And so I had to figure out a way of talking about it in my comedy and giving one away. And that was, I was so surprised by how people reacted to it.
I actually really like that in your set when you do that. It's when anytime a comedian gifts something to an audience member, sitting in the audience, I feel like it just brought it to a new level. You know what I mean? Like
I
it's
hope
like
so.
we're having this is a special moment. It's almost like it's not like when you see someone proposing to his girlfriend, but when you do see that, everyone stops and you just see the person light up when they're getting the thing, and that makes people feel good that someone's getting that special treatment.
I agree. And I was very surprised by that, because I would talk about the corks and people were thinking, oh, she's just, I don't know if they believed me or what, but then when I would pull one out, they would be like, oh my God, oh, this is a real thing.
Yeah.
And then it just became a thing of, okay, what cork am I going to give away this time? And how do I always kind of bring it back to the corks? And this is something that I've been kicking around, stumbling on for about 2 years now. But I do pride myself in being very patient with it. And from there, it was like, there's just so many uses for these corks. I do this thing now, for me personally, it's called Free Tiny Art. I'm part of this abandoned art group online where we all you take your art, like I have mine here.
Okay.
You can see. So this is a free tiny art, and I will leave these. I've left these at Shaw's, Trader Joe's, libraries. Like you're just there say you're in Alston at the Trader Joe's in the cheese section. Like I have left these there, and it's just a free tiny art that's like, you've been gifted a cork. No, it doesn't make sense. That's a point. This is painted during a moment of procrastination and intent, so intense that it became art. Maybe it's meaningless. Maybe it's a message from the universe. Either way, it's yours now. Do with it what you will. Re-gift it, frame it, talk to it, let me know if it made your day 1% weirder. And this was so hard for me to do because I wanted to do this for a very long time, but I never thought these were perfect enough. And so for me to put something out that was like, some people might laugh at this, some people might not think it's great. It was very healing for me. It's like my dopamine now.
You must feel like $1 million placing it on the brie wheel.
Yes,
at Market Basket.
Yeah.
Stepping away and then trying don't loiter, don't ruin it. You don't want to.
I never look back.
Yeah.
Right.
Just never look back.
I have
but
not
just
heard
know.
from anybody about them.
Is there contact info on there?
Yeah, it has my Instagram.
Okay.
To Go Cork Yourself. And they can leave a message if they want. But it doesn't even matter if they don't, because what I love about it was, how hard it was for me to do that, how hard it was for me to put my art out there and just kind of leave it. But then I felt so great about the thing of that when we go out into the world, whether we're driving or whatever, we go out and leave something, whether it's rage or indifference or whatever, and to leave something intentional of like, what if this really does? Like, what if somebody was just having a really bad moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they get a cork of David Hasselhoff. And you're like, you know what?
That would make
know what?
anyone's day.
This whole tax thing I'm going through right now
Yeah, the
is
IRS.
fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
We can do this.
Because that's what, so the ones that I have here, like I talk about these, but like I add to them. Like right now, I've added my John Cena.
Yeah.
This John Cena. And I
I can
added
see the
him.
title belt on him there.
Yeah, he's got, right? Do you
Yep.
like it?
And pecs. Nice pecs. Look at those
I know,
definitions
honestly,
on it.
the frontal nudity was tough for me.
Uh-huh.
But I think I worked through
Yeah,
it.
you're pushing yourself.
And part of that came from like when I'm talking about something in my comedy, I thought, oh, I should have a cork of that. So like I talk about John Cena in my set a lot. And then we have Eleanor Roosevelt, who is,
I feel like she's your favorite cork.
she kind of is, I think she's a favorite of everybody's.
How many
though.
Eleanor Roosevelts have you made?
Oh,
do you
that's a
think?
good question.
Yeah.
I between 50 and 70, I would say.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And that's probably the number one.
It's the one I like to do the most. I like talking about Eleanor Roosevelt anyway.
Yeah, she's like a role model, an idol, or someone you just admire.
No, I just think that she's just an easy gift to give to somebody, right? She's iconic, right?
Yeah.
So there's so many different ways you can spin it. She has so many quotes. You can just attribute a quote.
Very quotable.
You know,
Probably the most influential first lady in U.S. history.
yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. Also, she was in a margarine commercial in 1959. Did you know that?
I did not.
And she married her fifth cousin. But
Yes,
the thing is,
we're
she has stories.
Yeah,
you know?
she does.
But she's a badass. She's an activist. There's a lot of things that you could give an Eleanor Roosevelt to. Like, so say you have a friend and they're having marital troubles or something. Give her an Eleanor Roosevelt, because Eleanor Roosevelt's husband cheated on her twice. Okay.
and
Well, probably more than that. But in any case, like, and she took him back, you know, like she was like, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Then he got polio and she's like, oh, I guess I'm staying. And then but the thing is that you can just attribute so much of her life, into that.
You know what I like about her? Have you ever read her autobiography?
I read the children's version.
Oh, okay. I think you should read the autobiography. It's great.
Okay.
I'll give it to you. And you can read it. But she's very humble. She was not raised where she had to do a lot herself. So when she became a mother, she had to learn to cook, and she couldn't do it. And her meals were terrible, like her own admission.
Yeah.
Back in they lived in New York City, and back in those times, you would put your kid, how you'd put your air conditioner out on the window?
Yeah.
They literally had these cages that you would put a kid in, and it'd hang out the window, and that would give the kid fresh air, and that's their outside time, because you live on the 12th floor or whatever.
Right.
And the baby was just crying like crazy, and she didn't understand what the problem was. And then like a nanny had come in, and it's like, yeah, the kid's getting sunburned. You got to the kid in the sun the whole time.
That was in the children's version too.
Oh, was it really? Yeah. I feel like that's one of her biggest admissions. Like, oh my God, what a fool I was.
Right.
And
right. She wasn't very domesticated. Yeah.
No, she wasn't. And but she wanted to learn how to do the essentials, like keep a baby alive and prevent it from getting sunburned.
I'm kind of glad we got rid of baby cages, though.
Just the idea. I mean, if you ever look at these historical artifacts, these pictures, they just look like they're a joke. Like you're kidding, right? This was really a thing. Like, come on. It's almost like thinking about how cars used to not have seatbelts. It's like, what are we doing? Like really?
Right. Yeah.
Like, didn't that come with the car in the
when
beginning?
I was a baby, I think you had them in a bassinet or a box, and you just put them in the back seat.
Yeah. And then when you go to a store, you just leave them outside on the sidewalk. No one's going to take your kid.
Or keep them in the back seat.
Yeah, right. You can't do that stuff these days. You're going to jail. You're getting your kids taken away from you. Yeah.
Right.
The 70s.
So
anyway,
so
back
then I
to
have
you.
other ones. Like this is Lester Holt. This is Kathy Bates with her bangs growing out. Sometimes I do them with with clay, so they're that. But most of the time I don't, because I put little keychains on them, like you see on this one.
Yep.
So it's something that you could take with you. It's like mobile. And honestly, I already have like 4 other things I want to do with my corks. One of them is it's what we're calling crafty comedy. Kelly McFarlane and I are doing a show in February at Vester's. It's a brunch, and it's crafting and comedy together.
Oh, you guys will be great.
Yeah, so I'm going to teach people how to do, like you could learn how to do a cork, or Kelly has some things up her sleeves, but honestly, it's really just a time to just go and hang and say you're going to go to brunch and craft, but I don't know, you could be putting 2 popsicle sticks together, and you're literally going to doing comedy, engaging, trying to craft.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're going to lead a bunch of people during brunch on doing it's like, you ever do those paint nights?
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
That's what you're modeling it from? You're kind of like,
I don't know how this is going to go. I mean, well, I know how it's going to go, and I'll apologize later, but it'll still be fun. But the thing is that doing it anyway, even though it's not perfect, and, we're just kind of stumbling through it, I think that is my whole mantra now. Like, I was so worried about, like, well, what if this is bad? Good. Bad art is good. You know what I mean?
Sure.
In fact, it's a way of just empowering, of like not being perfect. Like you called me about doing this, and instead of being like, oh, well, I'm going to need a few days. Yeah, let's go do this.
Yeah, right.
I'd be happy to talk about this. I'm excited about it. And I'm sure there's 14 other things I could have said that are funny or wittier, but we're here and let's just do it.
Right. Yeah, I feel like the more you think about... Someone gave me... one of my co-hosts now gave me some good advice, because sometimes I get, as you know, caught up in my head, like overthinking things. And
Same.
The new mantra that I remember now is done is better than perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be hasty. Like we're trying here. We're trying to be entertaining and informative, and enlightening. It's fun to learn about somebody's
thing,
hobby. What I like about it is you invented this idea. You saw corks. I've never seen corks reused beyond collecting them in a big fish bowl and putting them on. Like you've seen that, right? You've seen like a big bowl
or
with
people put legs on them and stuff. Like, yeah, I mean, that's what I like about it too. Because what scared me was like, okay, I can just sit on this and wait till it's perfect, or I could just do it. Because what if somebody else just goes and does it? And like, which is fine. I hope other people do this. I think it's actually super fun, and it's like that. And I to pivot to what you're saying in terms of like, done is better than perfect. I think the big thing a lot of us, struggle with, like ADD, ADHD, and there's this great book. It's called How to Clean House While Drowning. Have you ever heard of it?
No. Should I read it?
Fantastic book. Love it.
Okay.
And what I took away from that was like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, so the example, one of the things they say is like, so when you're making your bed, put 2 sheets on there. That way, the next time you can just take one off and you still got your bed made. Like, just, it has all these silly, wonderful, tactical things, but the whole mantra is about like, does it need to be perfect? Like, if I'm going to take a shower, I can just put a shower cap. I don't need to do my hair too. I can just take a shower.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so it doesn't have to be that. It takes so much pressure off.
Yeah, just move the needle. As long as you are pushing the sled, forward progress,
right,
we're winning.
Yeah. You're going to go to Shaw's. You might forget 4 things, but you got 2 of the things you needed.
I've never gone to Shaw's or any grocery store and not forget something.
Yeah.
Or got everything on the list, but then I realized afterward, maybe we should probably get this too.
Right. I think chicken pot pie does need chicken.
Do you ever go to, when was the last time you went to a grocery store only one time during the week? Like that never happens, right?
That's a very good question.
Isn't it like every other day? Like
I go
you
to
find
multiple ones too. Like I go to Shaw's for some things. I go to Market Basket for other things. I go to Wegmans for other things. I go to Trader Joe's for things.
Yeah, people have their specialties, the things you like that they have there.
I didn't even think about that until you just said that.
I
don't know when it was, Rick. I really don't.
I'm working on a bit. I'd like to workshop it with you sometime, but it's about, I don't know how you feel about this, but my disposition going into a grocery store just perks up. Like I could be having a bad day, a low day, just maybe I'm frustrated with something. But when I go into a grocery store, something is euphoric about it. I love that look.
Really?
Well, come on. No, everyone is so polite and friendly,
Okay.
right?
Hmm.
I think so. I think that everyone is just so agreeable, so helpful. There could be two people talking that haven't seen each other since high school, since 1993. They're blocking the aisle. That's cool. It's a moment. They're having it. I feel happy for them. You know, they say, "Oh, excuse me." You know, they'll get out of the way. You ask somebody where something is, they'll stop what they're doing and walk you to it. Usually, that's the grocery stores I go to.
I love it. I think. Sorry.
Oh, also, I was just like, when you get there, it's a revolving door. People are coming and going all day. But when you get there and then you're in the produce section and someone else comes in and they're milling around, you're kind of shopping like up and down the aisles you'll cross paths.
Yeah.
You'll see people,
You'll
hey,
leave with
hello
them,
again.
right?
You know,
Yeah.
like dad jokes do very well in grocery stores. Like it's just because people have their guard down. They're just friendly. And then you get in
What
the
are you
parking
open
lot.
micing in aisle 11? What's
Yeah,
going on?
well, I totally do.
You do?
I totally just, if I have stuff in my head and I'm like, I'm passing this person for like the fourth time, I'll say something. I feel like we're
Okay.
friends by the time we get out of there. But then you get in the parking lot and it's like you'll get run over. Someone will give you the middle finger.
Mm-hmm.
Someone throws their coffee at you. It's something about walking into the grocery store.
I think
a
it's interesting
utopia.
and I wonder if it's because as a man, as a woman, like when I walk into the grocery store, it's like, okay, I just got to get this done and get through this. Like I have seen men like you just wandering,
Yeah.
like actually reading the things on the crackers.
Yeah. Read the labels. You should
With
see
a basket. What do you have? A basket? Right. Like
no, the small. Oh, I like the small cart.
small
And then
cart.
just we're good packers. Men can pack.
also,
And it's like Tetris.
You
and-
realize, but you're in the middle of the aisle, just there, just looking at the chips. Like I went the other day, and there was a guy who was just looking at the chips. You know what I mean?
Yeah, spacing out.
No, like I think
what
it was like, look at me. I don't know, maybe. And I passed him a couple of times. Like, what is going on? These ones aren't even on sale. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
come on, man.
It was great. That's so funny how you go in like, like this. It's like a Zen experience
Yes.
for you. It's like a spa. Where for me, it's like Mission Impossible. Right?
That's so funny.
I got to get in, got to get out, get everything on my U-coops. You know what I
So
mean?
maybe
Is the pharmacy open?
so maybe I'm not reading the room properly. Every time I'm
No,
talking
I
to a
love it.
woman, they're like, "What is this? Oh no, not this guy again. He's this happy son of a bitch."
I know. I love how you're like, and when you're asking people questions, like I don't talk to anyone.
Yeah.
Like I don't even make eye contact. The only person I make eye contact with is myself on that CCTV thing. You know what I
Oh
mean?
God, I honestly, one of the small town things. It's either a perk or a curse, but you're gonna see people that acquaintances, parents of your kid's friend or a classmate, or it could be your next door neighbor, or it could be your best friend, or you're gonna see someone. And you always just, the woman from the hardware store, it's like, but when you see them,
The
it's,
woman from the hardware store?
Angela.
Oh.
Angela comes to my comedy shows and everything. She's great.
That's
yeah.
nice.
Angela's great. She works at the hardware store and she's a crossing guard. So.
Oh, Angela Brown. I know
yeah,
her.
you
She's
know her.
lovely. Yeah,
she's great. So,
I guess you're right. I guess we do know.
yeah. So, like when you see
I don't
these-
really do it, but we just have two totally different experiences.
Yeah.
We should go into Shaw's together one day
And just observe
and just
each
right,
other.
right, just document it, right?
Yeah. No,
Because I'd be curious about what you come out with and what I come out with.
Right. Well, it's a fun experience. Even if you ask the Frito-Lay's guy,
Uh-huh.
hey, do you know where something is? And before you realize he's just the distributor working for the Frito-Lay company, he'll put his box cutter down, turn to you, and say, oh, you know something? I don't work here. I'm putting the chips in. Oh, okay. I understand. But I think there's a guy over in aisle 6 you could help, They're like, everyone's just so, where do you get that anywhere else? Everyone's so dismissive of each other. They'll just cut in front of you, Oh, I love talking to the high school kids at the front. I love talking to that generation. The young, like that's our
my
future.
gosh.
And they got out of high school, got out of class. They're like a junior and they've got like college applications and boyfriend or girlfriend problems, and my mom's a jerk or my
Shaw's
dad's
on Main Street, right?
yeah. No, I go to the Millis Roach Brothers typically.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I like to go there.
I just love that. I'm curious to see where you're going with this.
Well, I
I
always
think it's
ask-
great. I think it's a really good premise.
I always feel like I talk to the kids because I feel like all they're doing is just exchanging money and saying, "Here's the thing." So show some interest in them. Like, hey, how's school? Like, how was school today? They'll tell you. I mean, if they feel like being personable,
I guess so, yeah.
they're like, "Oh my God, I can't wait till it's over." And
I think the last time I talked to a high schooler at Shaw's was when I left, and he started running after me because I forgot my milk was underneath. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
would have thought this guy like just made his quota.
Yeah.
Your milk. I'm like, oh, geez, I'm sorry. Like
oh, you
I'm
didn't pay for it. This is
sorry.
like loss
Right? It was
prevention.
like, all right. And he walked me back in.
Oh, that's so
Like
funny.
The perp walk.
The burp walk. Did you feel ashamed?
I did. I did. He
Shame,
really did.
shame.
He did a really good job of like, I never did that again. That's funny.
You look like someone who would steal milk.
Oh, I
That's-
do. Well, I
yeah.
do think I think statistically, isn't it like middle-aged white women who are kleptomaniacs? Like
I
see
thought it was like
so
preschool
much-
kids.
No, my algorithm is full of all of these things of like the woman at Target.
Yeah?
You know what I mean? And they follow her out.
No kidding.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta go get my kid. What do you want? You know what I mean? You haven't seen this?
No, that's not.
Well,
on
now
my-
that we say it, it's gonna be all over your news.
yeah, we have different algorithms apparently.
Yeah,
But
that's a shock.
I know. Yeah, so peculiar. I did not know that about women. Middle-aged women, you say?
Yeah,
Kleptos.
according to psychologists, it's because we're looking for a thrill. Something to make us feel alive.
And that's what it is.
Yeah.
Petty.
I mean,
petty
I don't
theft.
do that. I don't do that.
Yeah, you do this. You
I
do,
do that. Right.
comedy. Getting up on
Right.
stage is a thrill.
Like when I have that kind of urge, I just go home and I'm like, oh, I got to do a cork of David Hasselhoff.
One summer, I was vacationing with my friend and his family in Fenwick Island off Delaware.
Okay.
And, it was a beach community and we're hanging out. And I saw a leather braided bracelet that I thought was really cool on a rack in one of these beach shops. And I stole it. And it was like a $7 thing, right?
Yeah.
1987, 88 or whatever. And I walked out of the store and I got that endorphin, like, booyah, like keep walking, don't look back, don't look nervous, like you're acting like you robbed the bank,
Mhm.
it's just a little bracelet. And then that was soon replaced by overwhelming guilt and shame. And so I returned it the next day.
Oh, you did? That says a lot. Yeah.
I put it back. I had it in my pocket. No, I had it in my hand. I didn't want anyone to even see me taking it out of my pocket. So I walked into it with it in my hand, and I walked over and I was just looking at, because I felt like,
oh, you just returned it without.
yeah, and I just put it back on the little hook
Yeah.
on the rotating thing, and that's my
I think that's good. I think that
crime.
says a lot about your character. I'd be the same way. Like if I stole something, I think I would have like night sweats. My anxiety would just like, I would be paranoid.
Now on the flip side, if I'm doing self checkout and I run something 3 times, that's all you get. I don't work here. Your system didn't work it out, so this
So now
broccoli
it's
is free.
yours?
Yeah.
This is mine. Oh, well,
and that I think they have to account for that. Like, and
also, if it's the broccoli, aren't you supposed to be putting
Oh,
on the
yeah,
scale
like-
and the?
yeah, well, if I have those like find your item and weigh it, then I never go into a checkout. Broccoli was a bad example. Let's say it was like,
No, okay. I'm just saying, like, I
Yeah.
think you're using it.
Let's say it
well,
was
this
like-
is going to be free because
let's say it was a drink.
Stand.
It was a
Yeah,
drink. I'm
yeah.
pushing it through. It's like,
All right, so you give them 3 times and then that's it.
yeah, you
If
get
they're
3
excused or
times.
not,
I don't work here. I wasn't trained on this equipment. You know what? You're not paying me, and I've already given you 8 seconds of my time on this. I think we're even. So that's how I deal
That's
with that consciousness
fair.
there. I think so.
Right.
I think so. Is there anything else you wanna say or plug?
No, I think I've said everything.
You certainly have.
What about you? Is there anything else?
No.
Any suggestions for a cork that I should be doing next?
Let's see. What's Bad Bunny.
Oh yeah, I could do Bad Bunny.
Could do Bad Bunny. That's hot right now because he's going to be the Super Bowl guy. Do a Mac. I mean a Mac Jones. No, do a Drake May.
Yeah, I'm going to do a Drake May. I'm going to start that today.
Got to do Drake May. Get a bunch of those.
Yeah. My husband wants me to do his wife as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Do you know about her?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a
Lovely.
great couple.
Yeah. Yeah.
Started dating like
13,
junior high or something. That's great.
It's like my daughter and her fiance. They were dating at 15.
That's amazing. Good for them. Like
Yeah.
that's someone I saw online was like, that's cringe. And everyone just totally trashed that person. Like, sorry you couldn't find love in your life. Like that bond, I couldn't imagine like
Yeah.
locking in and I found the one.
But I
like,
think and maybe it was for them, like it just kept going. Like they
grew
for,
up
like,
together.
Yeah, they broke up for like 3 months when they first went to college, which I think was probably a good thing. But then they got back together.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. Yeah, so you could do her in like maybe an apron.
Yeah.
With a, have you ever thought of making accessories?
Yeah, I'm
like
trying
a tray of cookies for her or
Yeah. Good question. And yes, I'm looking into a 3D printer now. And like I said, like my John Cena, this is my new one. And now I have a belt on him. So like I'm trying to do more specific things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The sky's the limit. There's no rules.
No.
Is that fun?
I'm doing this whole collection now of like your inner critic cats. So instead of talking to yourself, you can talk to the cork. Yeah, like I have so many ideas. That's what was the only hard thing about today was like, what do I want to talk about? So that's,
now I noticed these are all wine corks.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about incorporating like the champagne cork? Like it's got that mushroom kind of like. How could you?
Yeah, like some people make that the face, like the top of it, and then the body is the bottom of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you could do that, but I mean, there's different kinds of corks.
Right.
know?
I mean, all of these are clothed as well, except for John. But
I noticed.
Where before, when I first started out, everyone was a nudist. It was just a face.
Oh yeah,
but
right.
Now I'm like, you know what? You could do more.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at John Cena. I see a face, a belt, and nipples. Very pronounced nipples.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. Who's the pom-pom one again?
Oh, that's just a lady.
Oh, just a lady.
Yeah. Now I try to just do characters as well.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a good writing thing for me of like, people that putting a fictional person together, but a combination of like all these different things about different people,
That's great.
Yeah.
Good for you. Is there any show you want to plug, promote? Aside from the one you're doing with me in Medfield at 7th Wave Brewery on March 5th.
Oh, that's right. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I don't even remember my schedule, but it's at kathefarris.com. I'm in Canton at the Waterfall next Tuesday. And then I don't even remember where I am. I've got the City Winery coming up.
Nice.
Next Stop Comedy, I've got a few things with.
And
I don't even remember. I don't even know like what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not doing a show.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's good when you just are in that space where it's like,
I do that every week. Like, okay,
I'm gonna wake up and see what's on my calendar.
Right? Like I know I don't have any shows this weekend, but I mean that could change too. Who knows?
That's right.
Yeah.
And then gocorkyourself.com.
Yeah, Go Cork Yourself, which is still my comedy thing, or Go Cork Yourself on Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah.
Follow you on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
Well, for Kathe Farris, I'm Rick Fink. This is Small Town Scuttlebutt. Like, share, follow on the socials and all that. You can even write us a note or a message, either DM us on Instagram or go to our website and click on
letter,
message.
like
write a letter. Well, I don't give out our address, but you could write an email from our smalltownscuttlebutt.com website. Yeah. Find me at Roach Brothers, aisle 7, working out new material.
I know, if you go to Roach Brothers, just turn around and go.
Yeah, oh no, not him. Just keep your head down. Walk. You're going to get dad joked up.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. See you later.